Good evening. My name is Alessio and I'm from Seamless. I apologize for Mohammed and Sheen for not being here, unfortunately. We're also from Deakin University. This is a startup that came from Deakin University, and we're very happy to be here. So, what is Seamless? Seamless started as a game, as a hackathon. We were tracking people, and we started thinking about what can we do with all this data. We are tracking people in real time, high resolution. The biggest problem was, what do we do with this? Because we started looking at actual companies and we realized that people create 13 years worth of data in their lifetime. So from this, we started looking at the bigger problem, at the bigger pictures, and we started looking at organizations. And we started thinking that perhaps it's not just about tracking users, it's about tracking everything. And this is where the actual security part comes into play. This is why we are inside Cyrise. We believe that if we can make everything more secure, traceable, and just impossible to internally hack, then we solve most of the problems that have to do with security, with things like people attacking the system from the outside. Yes, they may be able to attack the system, but then the data is so heavily encrypted they won't be able to get to it, or they won't be able to mutate it. And so that's why we really started looking at blockchain. I come from a background in blockchain from IBM Research, where I was working on enterprise solution for banks. And that's why this whole thing started. How can we have those solutions for banks, but move them down to organizations? Because we wanted to really solve organization problems. And organizations have multitude of problems. For example, we have multi-party agreements, or we have user data, sensitive data. A lot of the big companies, like the Big Four, which we have interviewed, they say that they have to pay heavy penalties because they mismanage the data. And sometimes it's not their fault, it's just because how complex the process is. And this is just what happens. So if we use a blockchain-based system, then everything becomes digitalized, becomes entrusted with rules, with smart contracts. And that's where everything starts to make sense, starts to take shape. And if a problem still occurs, we have the ability to go and fully trace back, because the biggest problem that these big organizations and small organizations have is when a problem arises, then it simply becomes a court battle. It's lawyer versus lawyer, because people have to try and explain exactly what happened. With a blockchain system instead, we can minimize that because the auditing, it's so easy, it's so straightforward. And this is where we were. We wanted to use blockchain to solve these problems. We are a great team. We have really great people to work on this project. We have been working on this for about 9 months. We have been through a number of accelerators, and this is probably our fourth iteration where we are very much close to getting to where we want to be. We have been to China, where we worked in we were at the international competition and we came third. We managed to get some seed funding to actually come up with the prototypes. We have been discussing with legal firms. We are now working with the Deakin HR to actually implement part of the system. So things are really happening very quickly, and we're super happy about this. The one thing that we really want from you, this is what we're really asking, is to basically help us to do our final iteration, help us to create the product. Because right now we have ad hoc systems, and that's not really marketable. We can create them for, like we're doing one for Deakin, but we want to really come down to the basic product that we can commercialize or come as a software as a service. And that's where we think that Cyrise can really help us to help us move from prototyping to actually product and commercialization. Thank you very much. Have a good night. Bye bye.